Hello guys. So, first of everything, how was your weekend? ¿Qué tal estuvo su fin de semana? I hope it was excellent as mine, okay? Esperemos que haya estado excelente, así como el mío. And, okay, we're going to start right now. So, we're going to start with the real world, okay? Yes, so take out your books, saquen sus libros. We're going to about to start, vamos a empezar. And we're going to start with the real world ice water diver. We have already seen the word diver. What do you think it's diver? Okay, remember to dive is the ocean, yes, and a diver goes very, 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 very deep, okay? He has to wear a special suit. He has to wear a mask, yes, sometimes a mask with oxygen, or they use like the maybe the goggles or the big goggles or snorkel with oxygen, okay, because they go very, very, very deep, okay? So ice water diver, okay? So we're going to start reading over here. Yes, if you can see all of them in my screen. Ryan Waller is a National Geographic explorer. She teaches at the Darling Marine Center in the United States. She studies animals that live in extreme places. She's very interested in corals and often has to dive in cold water to study them. So she studies animals and she goes deep into the ocean and sometimes it's very cold. Okay? You know as in the surface, en la superficie, the water might be, a veces puede estar warm, okay, tibia. But when they start going deeper, the sun can't reach the water. So the water is very cold in the deep, okay? En la profundo es muy fría. So Ryan Weller's passion is to understand how animals get to live in and survive in extreme conditions. In spite of climate change and the negative impacts of humans, she says deep sea ecosystems affect everything, even when they are kilometers below the water's surface. Equally important, she wants people to know that we affect their environment too. Like the foil balloons she found in the coral reef 3,000 meters below the surface. Okay? So, she is studying the animals because she wants people to know how we affect their environments, okay? Ella quiere que nosotros entendamos cómo nosotros cuando vamos al mar, cuando tiramos basura, todo, afectamos sus ecosistemas, yes? So, let's keep reading. It says the next exercise. Okay, let me put it bigger. Déjenme lo pongo un poquito más grande. So then you can see. I know that you have your books. Ya sé que tienen sus libros, pero como quiera podemos hacerlo un poquito más grande. So here we go. Listen and circle the correct answers, okay? So let's listen and circle the correct answers.
Unit 11, Track 2-40. Ryan Waller is a scientist studying deep-sea corals. For 10 years, she studied these corals on video screens because they live in deep water, sometimes even 1,000 meters deep. But recently, she found some of these deep-sea corals in Alaska, in water only 20 meters deep. Waller learned to dive so she could study the corals up close. But in Alaska, the water is dangerously cold. 5 minutes after being in the water, you can't feel your head and hands, she says. On one dive, it was very hard to see. She was swimming with her partner. She was holding on to her partner's air tank when she let go for a second. He was gone, she says. Suddenly, I couldn't see anything. The wall, my hands, my feet. I had to look for the bubbles to find the way up. But is it worth the risk? Absolutely. It's hard to describe the feeling, she says. Now she can swim near the corals, see them, and touch them.
Okay, very good. So in this listening, they're telling us a little bit more about Ryan Waller, okay? And they're telling us the time where she went to Alaska. La vez que fue a Alaska, and that the water is very, very, very cold. Okay, so let's do the exercise together. Vamos a hacer el ejercicio juntos, okay? So the first one, it says, Waller is a scientist or a diving instructor. What do you think? Mark your answer. Marquen la respuesta que ustedes crean. Okay, and the scientist. Okay, she dives. Sí va a bucear, but she's not a diver instructor. She's a scientist. Number 2, she studied corals on video screens because they are small or hard to reach. Mark your answer. Pongan la respuesta. Hard to reach. Remember, she's telling us that the corals are very deep, que los corales están en una superficie, perdón, no están en la superficie, están en lo profundo. Yes? And in the Alaska, the water is very cold. So you start like this to feel very weird, muy raro, muy rápido te empiezas a sentir raro, no sientes tus manos, no sientes por el frío. So hard to reach, okay? Son difíciles de alcanzar. It's difficult to dive in Alaska because, I just said it, se las acabo de decir, very easy. It's very cold. Está muy, muy frío. Very good. Okay, so, listen and get complete the sentence. Use the correct forms of the words in the box, okay? One of Waller's diver, it was
Unit
very,
11,
let's see.
Track 2-40. Rian Waller is a scientist studying deep-sea corals. For 10 years, she studied these corals on video screens because they live in deep water, sometimes even 1,000 meters deep. But recently, she found some of these deep-sea corals in Alaska, in water only 20 meters deep. Waller learned to dive so she could study the corals up close. But in Alaska, the water is dangerously cold. 5 minutes after being in the water, you can't feel your head and hands, she says. On one dive, it was very hard to see. She was swimming with her partner. She was holding on to her partner's air tank when she let go for a second. He was gone, she says. Suddenly, I couldn't see anything. The wall, my hands, my feet. I had to look for the bubbles to find the way up. But is it worth the risk? Absolutely. It's hard to describe the feeling, she says. Now she can swim near the corals, see them, and touch them.
Very good. So let's check the answers, okay? We've listened to it twice, so it should be easy to answer, okay? So one of Waller's dives, it was very hard to look, dark, swimming, dangerous, or touch. What do you think it is? It said it at the beginning, no lo dijo al principio. Dark, okay, very dark. She was when she got lost. She was what? What was she doing? ¿Qué estaba haciendo? What was she doing? She was swimming, very good. She was swimming when she got lost. She, for the bubbles. What did she have to do for the bubbles? Okay, she had to what? Had to look, okay? She was looking, she was searching for the bubbles to find her way up. It was a dangerous experience, but she doesn't mind the risk. Now she can see the corals up close and touch them. Okay, very good. Remember, all of you need to have this in your book. Acuérdense que todos tienen que tener eso en su libro. Okay, ready? Now, critical thinking. Do you think she would take risks to do something we love? Do you think we should take risks to do something we love? Okay, remember, in class we talk about it. Acuérdense que en clase levantamos la mano, participamos y decimos, but in this case we can't. So I need you, all of you, to write in your notebook, critical thinking, escribir en la libreta, critical thinking. Do you think we should take risks to do something we love? Okay, write the question and then you're going to write your answer, okay? Van a escribir su preguntita y después van a escribir su respuesta. Now, what is the question about? ¿De qué trata la pregunta? Dice que si crees, do you think, we should take risks to do something we love. Deberíamos de tomar riesgos para hacer algo que amamos, okay? So, for example, what do I think? ¿Qué pienso yo? I think it depends. Creo que depende. Because, for example, Ryan Waller, okay, she takes risks, but she's a National Geographic explorer. O sea, ella toma los riesgos, pero es de the National Geographic, es una exploradora, and what she learned help us learn a lot. Y lo que ella aprende nos ayuda a aprender mucho. I don't think it's worth, no creo que valga la pena, to take a risk if what you love isn't meaningful. Si lo que ustedes aman no tiene como sentido, ¿no? For example, no sé, por ejemplo, maybe you like a lot extreme sports. Tal vez les encantan los deportes extremos. But maybe sometimes they tell you, I know this one is way too dangerous. Este es muy peligroso. In this one, a lot of people have died. Mucha gente ha muerto. And you say, I know, but I love it. I'm going to take the risk. Ah, pero yo lo amo y voy a correr el riesgo. For me, para mí, in my opinion, en mi opinión, this is not worth it. Esto no vale la pena. Okay? So, for me, it depends. Para mí depende, but what do you think? ¿Qué es lo que ustedes creen? So, you're going to write on your notebook, please, okay? And we're going to go to the next page. First, let's check the content note. Vamos a ver primero el content note, okay? Do you know corals are a type of plant, animal, or rock? Corals are invertebrate organisms whose skeletons are stone-like, horny, or leathery. Although there are about 2,300 species of corals, stony corals are the most familiar and include brain coral, mushroom coral, star coral, and the stanghorn coral. Stony corals are also the most widely distributed because they exist in all oceans, regardless of depth. While living, stony colors have a yellow, brown, or olive tint to them, but when they die, they are always white. So, if they're organisms, si son organismos, and they live and they die, y viven y mueren, what do you think it is? Do you think it's a plant, an animal, or a rock? ¿Qué creen que sea? Plant, animal, or rock? It can't be rock. No puede ser piedra, because rocks are not alive. Las piedras no viven. Maybe animal or maybe plant. Animals and plants live and die. Los dos viven y mueren. But it's an organism, so it's an animal, okay? Yes? Now, let's go to pronunciation. Ahora sí vamos a hacer todos los ejercicios de pronunciación. You know that you need to repeat. Acuérdense que aunque no estemos ahí para estarlo checando, que estén repitiendo, es bien importante, very important for you to be repeating. Bien importante que repitan. Remember, that's how we start listening and how we start making our pronunciation, okay? Y como empezamos con nuestra pronunciación. I'm sorry for my dog. Discúlpenme por mi perro.
Unit 11, Track 2-41. 1. Risk.
Let's repeat, okay?
2. Think.
Think.
3. Lost.
Lost.
4. Sank.
Remember to repeat.
5. Accident.
Very good. So, let's go to next. Listen. I am sorry. Yeah. Listen, circle the sounds you hear, okay? So, vamos a circular los que escuchemos. Mientras saco a mi perro, ustedes hacen este ejercicio. Por favor.
Unit 11, Track 2-42. 1.
Front,
2.
last,
3.
ask,
4.
tank,
5.
test,
6.
ant,
Very good. Did you finish? Okay, let's check. Vamos a checar y los vamos a volver a escuchar ahí, okay? We're going to listen again, en caso de que mi perro no se haya dejado escuchar. Okay, so, choose the sound that you hear. So I'm going to play it again, and we're going to start checking, okay?
Unit 11, Track 2-42. 1.
front,
2.
last,
3,
ask,
4,
tank,
5,
test,
6,
ant,
Okay, very good. So remember to check your answers, okay? Number 1 NT, 2 ST, 3 SK, 4 NK, 5 ST, 6 NT, okay? Remember, if it was too fast, si estaba rápido esto, you can go back on the video, okay? You can recheck your video. Okay, very good. So, work with a partner, take turns to read the words in the box. Okay, we're not going to take turns, no vamos a tomar turnos because one by one. So, you, by yourself, read the words out loud, okay? Ustedes tienen que leer estas palabritas en voz alta in your house, okay? Very good. Okay, so, now, we're not going to be able to do the communication. Se los voy a leer, pero normalmente acuérdense que es como diferente. Play a game. Work in two groups. Pick an action from each column below. Form a sentence and take turns to read it to the other group. The other group has to act out your group's descriptions. Add your own actions. Okay, so let's do something. Vamos a hacer algo. In your notebook, en su libreta, or over here, o aquí en el libro en la parte de abajo, okay, you need to write one sentence. Una oración con una de estas, la que quieran. One sentence, okay? Pero vamos para ocupar la actividad, okay? Let's use the activity. So, one sentence about any of these that you want, but you need to write it, okay? And let's read the language note. Vamos a leer por último el language note. I was eating when the phone rang. Okay, if you can see, we go back to our grammar structure. Regresamos a nuestra estructura gramatical, que es, acuérdense, ¿cuál era? ¿Se acuerdan? I was eating, acuérdense, tiene subject, was a word and verb with ing. Past continuous, ok, pasado continuo. Then when, cuando, nuestro conector para poder unir estas dos oraciones, the phone rang, ok, ¿en qué estaba esta oración? El teléfono sonó, ok, the phone rang. So it's subject and my verb in past tense, simple past, okay? Draw a horizontal line at the beginning of the line you started eating and at the end of the line you finished eating. Over the line write I was eating, okay? The phone rang. This is a continuing action. Is this a continuing action? Draw a vertical line that intersects the horizontal line. And underneath it, write the phone rang. You have already started eating. Which came first and which occurred while the last action was continuing. So, in this one, what they are asking us to do. Okay, so very easy. They're telling you that you need to write a line, okay? Que necesitamos escribir una línea. So, a line. How do we write a line? Let me see, hold on. Okay, we're going to write a line. The one that says, I was eating, it's going to be a line like this, okay? This is a line of I was eating. Why? ¿Por qué? Porque es una acción que estaba continuando, yes? Maybe I started eating here, estaba comiendo aquí, yes? Aquí fíjense, me serví mi platito, yes? I served my dish. Me serví mi platito con mi arrocito, my rice, my meat, everything. Then I was eating my rice, hasta aquí estaba comiéndome mi arroz. Y luego aquí estaba comiéndome mi carnita. Y luego aquí ya iba a empezar con el postre, the dessert. But then, pero después, ¿qué pasa? I stopped eating. Detuve de comer. ¿Por qué? The phone rang. Porque el teléfono sonó. Yes? So I was eating when the phone rang. Yes? Esto es lo que nos dice aquí en el language note, que es lo que ustedes ya habían visto, lo que ya habíamos visto en nuestras estructuras gramaticales. ¿Ok? Very good. So, always, I love always giving your class. Me encanta darles su clase. Y es un placer darles la clase, muchachones. Now, we're going to go with teacher Rudy, okay? And I'll see you next class. Bye.